everyone, welcome back to Mindless Monday. Mindless Monday, where if you've lost your mojo or you just don't know what you want to do, you do something mindless. This is the super 3-ring super simple number 2 by Pink Monarch Prints. All the stuff is always going to be in the description box. All the links to everything you need. This, like I said, this is number 2. I did notice a discrepancy in her video from what I received. This is a different color. This is the belly band. That's the only thing. I think in the video the belly band was this, but that's fine. It'll work. So the first thing we want to do, this has some fancy pockets on it, and I did do the back side of all of this. 110-pound cardstock and double-sided on everything just in case. So I believe this is not going to be a pocket. It's a little on the grungy side because my cutter, oh my gosh, I just am having the heck of a time getting good blades. I buy brand new blades and it just tears up my cardstock. So I don't know what the deal is, but I want to go ahead and like I said, this measures about 7 3/4 by 8, so we want to score that at 4, and that way we are ready to go. I want to make sure that I've got this. I know I have a bone folder on my desk somewhere already, but it disappeared. Okay. Alright, so on this page we have a fun little flippy journal card holder thing, and then on this side we have kind of a faux envelope. And I did not remember to ink the envelope. I think I ended up, inked everything else, so we'll just go ahead and get started. And the reason I call this Mindless Monday is because sometimes I just don't want to think about anything, but I still want to create, and Anna and Elena's Super Simples are so fun, and I get something fabulous without too much effort, so I just think it's fun. So I am going to use this because I do want to make sure that I have a thin pocket here. Let's get all that gunk out of there. Okay. Yeah, I want to make sure it's nice and thin around the edges, if it comes out. So it feels like it's down there. So yeah, I've purchased 4 of these so far, and I've printed 4, and then I just saw that there's a 5th one that she put out. I usually buy them a couple at a time so that if I get too excited and have too much time on my hands, I can just keep crafting. So today's Saturday, everyone's watching the Olympics, and I'm just crafting. This is in my little studio doing my little thing. Okay, I want to make sure that that lines up the way I want it. I don't want that hanging over. I may have to trim that a little bit because it's on this edge, and that seems even. I don't know why when I score it's slightly off, like a 1/16 of an inch. Oh well, maybe I didn't cut it exactly straight. I'm going to have to get my sanding tool and clean this up a little bit where my trimmer started taking a hunk, and then I am just going to trim this piece off. Don't need that. Yeah, it's good. Don't need that hanging over, and I'll ink this. Yeah, forgot to do the big pieces, so don't mind if I do that. Okay, so now we've got all of this, and I kind of somewhat put it together a little bit, but I think I am going to go ahead and use this because I feel like it has a little bit better attachment, and I don't get it all wrinkly. Okay, so we're just using the blue background, and I am centering this side to side and 1/4 of an inch from the bottom so that it's the same on these 3 sides, and leaving a little extra at the top. I think she punched something at the top there, and then she ended up adding this as a tab. So I'm just going to go ahead and add that as a tab. I do want to make sure to not get it too big, so I'm not going to go past this part here. So I hope everyone's having a good day, good Saturday, or whatever day, Monday. I said Monday, but I'm actually doing this on Saturday. So it will air to you on Monday. All right, that looks good. And then we want to put a little tab on the side. So glue this. Alright, try not to get glue all over everything. Now I'm going to kind of center this here so that I can get this somewhat centered. I want it a little more in than that. I don't want it sticking too far out of the pocket. I think that works. Yeah. And this is the neutral that was I think it was in kit 4, and I went ahead and used it. Alright, so she wants to put these little tags in this cluster and put this on the corner. So I think I'm going to go ahead and make this little cluster and then glue the cluster. I think that might be a little easier. I'm not always great at doing these kind of things, but let's just see how it comes out. I'll put this down here like this. Sorry about that. My husband came in and wanted to talk about vacations. He wanted to talk about our anniversary because he needs to take some more vacation time. So I just put these 3 pieces together like this, and I'm just gonna run a little L on the bottom like that and attach it here. And that'll give us just a little extra room for tucking those 2 tags in. I did not ink on this side, however. And that will give my glue a little chance to dry. Okay. So there we go. I'll put them in a little further when the glue is dry. So anyway, this piece is going to slide in here, but I'm going to put it aside for a minute. We'll slide it in later. Next, we want to do this one. Okay, so for this one, keeping in mind that this open side is going to be where our binding is, this is going to attach at the top. This is going to attach at the bottom. We're going to put tabs on here and then tie a string of ribbon. I probably do ribbon between those, and then we'll have a little card here that will slide in, and then we'll decorate it a little bit, and we'll have a belly band. Let's do these first, and we'll worry about the journal card after. Okay, so I've got my I think I'm going to start here and get everything glued together, and I'm totally blank. That thing. it'll come to me in a second. Eyelets. Put the eyelets in. There we go. There's actually a term my daughter shared with me the other day. There's actually a term for that when you forget the word that you're trying to find. Well, maybe it wasn't my daughter, it was somebody. Maybe it was on Facebook. I don't know. But yeah, I was like, who knew it was a term? I thought it was just because I'm old. And I put that on backwards, but I'm not going to worry about it. That one can be the top one. Okay. And then this one will be the bottom one. So we want to make sure we got this going the right way. This way. Mine are a little smaller because I used my punch. So I didn't have to cut them out. I just kind of halfway cut around her shapes. And then I used this punch that I got. And I got it on Amazon, and I believe that the link to that is in my in the description box as well. Okay, and I'm just centering this between those two the best I can. Okay, and then so that we have 3 things that have eyelets. This is going to have an eyelet, so let's go ahead and punch that. Just do it. I'm just going to eyeball it. And I did choose black because I like the way the black looks. Okay. And then I need 2 more. Yeah, it's a miracle that all this stuff is not all over the floor all the time. Oh, goodness. Okay, so I want to kind of measure this one because I want it to be, and that's way too far down. So I'm going to, I have a hard time with this little thing, but let's see if we can. Oh, it goes up easier than it comes back, so nope. Let's do a little bit more. There we go. That'll work. Okay, I'm just going to center it side to side. I don't know how centered that is, but it'll work. Okay. Sometimes I'm a little heavy-handed and I smash the smithereens out of it when I'm... Well, that looks pretty good. All right. So let's attach this. We want to make sure when we're attaching this, I'm going to open this to remind myself, we want to make sure that we're doing it in between, and then this will get glued together to make one page. And if I had the page from yesterday or whenever it was sitting right here. Oh, it's under my mat. No, it's not. Oh my goodness. What did I do with it? Well, when I find it, I'll show it to you. Anyway, you could leave them open for a pocket, or you can put them together. Okay. Sometimes, oh, maybe I have 2 mats. I have the pink one and I have the gray one. And it was under the gray one. Okay, so this is one page now, and it's very sturdy. So, and the holes will get punched on this side. So that's page 1. And then this will be the same thing, but we don't want this to be like this and have this over the back. So we want to make sure that we attach this piece before we glue this together. Okay, so I have measured this approximately, will be about 1/4 of an inch from the page. This is the page edge. The reason being that leaves an inch over here, and I have already determined that it's about 3/4 of an inch we need to leave. If you need to, draw a little tiny pencil line if that helps you. Go for it. So I'm just going to go attach this. Oh, I should make sure that I have the one with the writing the right way. Yes, okay. So just about 1/4 of an inch. I'm not going to worry about it being perfect, but we do want to do it toward the center. Did I put the glue on the right side? Yes. Okay, we want the glue on this side. Okay, and then we're going to do about the same here. Line that back up. About 1/4 of an inch. So that they're across from each other, like so. It doesn't feel like it's going all the way up, but okay. And then I am going to take a piece of ribbon to tie mine. And let's see, I don't even know how much I need, so I guess I will stick it in there and tie it and then figure it out. Okay, so about 2 feet for now ought to do it. It's that about, not quite 2 feet, I got about 20 inches. All right, and then I'm going to want to make sure that this is tight without too tight. So if you have someone who can assist, that would be great. You know, I'm going to leave this to not be untied, so I am going to go ahead and tie it in a knot. And I'm going to see if I can, this might be heavier, tie a knot right there so that I don't have to worry about it coming loose. There we go. Yes. That should be nice, and then I will tie a little bow if I can remember how. Okay, I got just right about 20 inches. That was pretty good. Okay, so it should be fine. And then we are going to, it's a little, when I glue that down, that will make it not be so tight. But you see, I've done it a little extra tight so that my card doesn't fall out, and so it's kind of bowed a little bit, but once I glue this piece together, that will firm it up. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we are going to attach these two pieces together, and I stood my glue up. What was I thinking? And then we'll put the whole thing together. I read on the video that Anna posted, if this is loose, several ways you could attach it with a flap so that it stays put, or you could make a pocket behind here to make it stay. Lots of options. So, all right, we are going to attach this. Or what I would say, just put more stuff in it. Okay, so I did that upside down, but that's okay. We just whip it around. All right, and I'm going to take this, make sure it's, excuse me, the right way up, and I'm going to do it this way, fold it around, and I guess I'm going to clip off a little bit of that. I don't need that all the way around, but I'm going to glue something on it, so I just need it to overlap a tad, so I'm going to cut it right here. Okay, and then we will put glue on that. And it should be loose enough to go through and come off if you needed to. Yes. Okay, and then I'm going to take this little bird and we're going to have it sit on the belly band. So I'm going to glue it right at the edge where that, is that the right place? No, yeah, right where it overlaps, like so. Okay, and I was just a little tiny bit of white right there that's bugging me, and I'm just gonna try and grunge it up a little bit so it doesn't look like I'm just covering that white piece, but there was just that little tiny triangle. Okay, so I think I'm going to put the glue on here. Take that out. All right, little birdie. Okay, like that, and then I think she added this piece to it. There again, don't have to do it exactly the same way, but that uses up pretty much all the pieces in the kit. So make that straight. Pretty little bluebird. Okay, so we will put this back. Oh, did I glue it down? Don't want that. Get that. Where is that glue? That's what I was trying to avoid. Oh, it's on the back of the, no. Oh, wherever it is, it's gone now. Okay, so we're gonna stick that back in there. Cute. All right. You know what you even could do if you wanted to leave this. Now I'm going to leave this so it doesn't come untied, but if you wanted to, another idea is you could glue the belly band down in the center and then pull the card in and out. Or I wondered somehow if there was a way that you could attach this. If you didn't have the ribbon or the eyelets, you could even use this, put the belly band down, and use the card to hold the flaps down. Then when you took this out, these would flap open. I don't know. Lots of ideas. So, you know, have fun and play with it. I have a little tiny piece, and I'm going to put it in my bowl, and we're going to, oh, we probably need to put a topper on that, huh? Get just about 6 inches. That's always going to remind me of Elf now. When they're making the curly ribbons, they're only allowed 6 inches. Okay. 6 inches is usually the right amount though for me to be able to get my fingers in here. I say that as I fumble. Okay, there we go. And then I trim them down a little bit because usually by the time I get them through, they're frayed. So there we go. And we will tuck that in there. And then we will tuck this in here. And that ribbon will bulk that up a little bit too. And then on this side, we will tuck this in the envelope like this. Maybe. There we go. And that fits perfectly in that pocket. So this is a little loose. But you could also put a little dab of glue down here, and that would hold it. It would give it kind of a little staying power. So I may do that if I need to, but at the moment I'm just going to go ahead and put glue on this and glue it down because we are not using this one for a pocket. So boy, this glue is thick. It's fighting me. It's too dry, I guess. I don't know. A lot of people don't have issues with that. I have always had issues with it drying out and getting thick. I guess it's just too warm here. All right, so we're going to put that down and press it down. It's a little bulky. I'll make sure I'm making contact. But this way, this isn't gonna bow either. It's gonna stay where I want it. Push that all down, make sure it's nice and glued. Okay, so there we have it. There is our 3-ring super simple number 2, and 2 pages done. Okay, so we have this one. It's going to go that way. And then we have this one. It's going to go that way, which this will be over here, because once the binding's in there, it's not going to have as much room to go, and so I think it'll be better stay. But we'll see what happens. If we need to tuck something else in there, we will. So, all right, I thank you for joining me, and I have decided that on the big page she's put these miniatures just to show you what it's supposed to look like, and you could use these somewhere else, and wouldn't that make a cute little pocket? So I'm just putting them in my bowl, and we'll use them as needed. All right, guys, thanks for watching. See you next time.